Welcome, Frank Mondeose here with the founder of ISTA, Baba Dez Nicols, and genius shamanic sexual shaman Crystal Dawn Morris. Welcome, and today we're gonna get together just to have a little discussion about what ISTA is, what are our values, how is the world responding to the movement that we are investing our energy in, and and also go through maybe some questions and answers. So Baba, why don't you start by sharing with us, like, what are the core values of ISTA?
It all boils down to love and how to be able to notice in ourselves anywhere where we're creating something other than that, and then feel those feelings and make the shift to bring our realities more into love. So that's what it is about, and how to do that. And oftentimes we just don't have the operating system or the neurology to really surf that one. So that's really what the ISTA training is about. It's about giving people an opportunity to come home to themselves, feel their authentic truth, and express their soul's purpose that feels like it's theirs. So yeah, how to reclaim your sovereignty and show up for yourself and live your journey in this planet.
And ISTA has been bubbling up, growing so quickly in the last year and a half. It feels like things have completely shifted. Our trainings have doubled in size. We're in over 36 countries. What do you think is the motivating factor for this?
Well, I think that there's a real deep desire. I think the other side of love is freedom, and that people are really wanting to come, and as you reclaim yourself and recognize who and what you are, and come from a place of love, you really recognize that you want to navigate life in a way where you feel free to be all that you are and to bring all your gifts to the world. And I think especially these people that are now coming in around the 20-somethings and really get that, like at a deep soul level. Maybe they don't have the words, but they feel like, I want to show up, I want to give my gifts, I want to do that from a place of pure authenticity, transparency, sovereignty, and because they get it, it's like getting transmitted through the culture, and more people are being called to come to ISTA, and I feel like they're coming in younger. I would say 10 years ago, we had like a lot of 40, 50, 60-year-olds, and now we're getting 20, 30, 40, and on up. This last training we just had, we had from 25 to 72.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, so when I think about why I'm doing this, and it's just the opportunity to watch people come back into relationship with themselves. This piece of giving people space to fully experience their emotions, their story, and meet it authentically. And people keep on saying, oh, it's a belief system. I don't want to be part of a belief system. But it's not a belief system. What we help people do is go from the mind to the body. So what does the body want? What's the wisdom in the body? What does the body have to say about the way you're living? Really, like, I love watching people flower, blossom in ISTA, and part of the success of ISTA is because the people that are graduating, they're going out into the world and they're sharing it because they feel like they've been completely transformed. And not only is it a sharing, but people feel it. When you meet somebody that has just taken an ISTA for the first time, their vibration has shifted and people become curious and they ask questions.
So on that, I just want to mention that how I see that is that there's this idea that we live in a culture that mostly puts all the emphasis on what it looks like on the world of form, and that body piece is an important part of that. And as we drop into listening to the body and recognizing that we're more than the body, we're also these energetic beings with just this vibration that Frank's mentioning. And then we also have this sense connection to something greater than ourselves, whether you want to call that God or spirit or the absolute or just the expansion of the universe, and that we're connecting the dots between all these different levels so that we can play on a really massive playground. And we're right near a playground right now. And so we can really have more fun on a bigger playground with more different kinds of pieces of equipment and different friends to play with. And that's really why I'm on this path in many ways, is because I want to have more people I can play with out of consciousness, out of honoring our healthy boundaries, out of staying in our complete authenticity, and having our yeses and our nos to what we want to play and who we want to play with.
And I love the diversity of our community, you know. There's all kinds of different genders, and there's all kinds of people walking different sacred sexual paths. We have people that are celibate with us in our community. We have people that are monogamous, people that have many lovers. It's a very inclusive community, as long as, you know, the bottom line is, are you in love, and are you supporting others in their love and freedom, you know. So
yeah, and in terms of that, what popped in my head was the Leia Fund. In addition to like having all the different genders, we are as a collective working on helping youth under 25 years old, as well as people in disenfranchised minorities or communities, have an opportunity to request a scholarship from ISTA, and that's our way of supporting the expansion of this information in all levels and all races and genders and ages and creeds.
And particularly when we're in emerging second world or in third world countries, occasionally when we are in those countries, we are encouraging people who live in those countries to apply so that they can bring this work to their community right there from their own cultural perspective. And that really helps to spread this love.
Yeah, there's scholarship for Native Africans, the trainings that are in South America, there's scholarships for Native South Americans, because we know that there's it's a scale of economy, so we want it to work for everybody.
And same in Southeast Asia, India.
Right, there's programs in India as well.
Okay, so now we were sharing a bit about the accessibility of ISTA. How about the resistance to ISTA? So people that say, oh, I don't think I'm ready for it now, or oh, this is not for me, like these people, how would you address them?
Well, I would address them and just say, First, I listen to and find out exactly why they felt it wasn't for them. It's either financial, or it's too big of a step, or is it age appropriate? And the thing is that what we're reviewing, what we're landing here, is how to be a functional adult, and to get this experience as you come into your adulthood. This is a rite of passage. This experience teaches people and graduates people into adulthood. You know, so. You can check the boxes and be a healthy, functional adult, and not start laying down dysfunctional patterns as you come into your adulthood, but to get it when you should get it. So, you know, this training is for anybody over the legal age of consent.
And so, Crystal, any last words?
Well, what I would say is that unless you're making love with life in every moment, no matter what it looks like, ISTA is for you. That's my answer in a nutshell.
So find out more at schooloftemplearts.org. Check out where you'd like to do this training and with which facilitators you'd like to do it. And you're at the cliff's edge. Maybe it's time to jump. Peace.